3-2 once again. Here we go. Ryan chopper over to third, played cleanly over to first. Did it pull the first baseman off the bag? It did, and the Whitefish Bulldogs will take an early 1-0 lead on that Hill Brothers scoreboard as Finn Ryan reaches via the error, scoring Drew Queen. Now shows bunt once again. That one, it's going to get past Bo Burrow with a diving play, and we're going to have a double play at second as the ball now gets by first base as Reed Boyer able to move up, but Rowan Burrow checks the runner. Next pitch to Gotze. That one going to be lined out into left field, and that will drop down for a base hit as that will score Colin Wallace from second as Carter Gotze stands up on second with an RBI double. As Bulldogs chip into the lead now, 3-2 on that Hill Brothers scoreboard. Normal waits. Here comes the next pitch. That one up high. That one grounded up the middle into center field for a base hit. As Carter Gotze coming in to score. Tate Orm now going to move up to second on the throw as the Whitefish Bulldogs have tied up this ball game now 3-all on that Hill Brothers scoreboard. 0-2 pitch to Finn Ryan. That one swung on. That one back up the middle as the Whitefish Bulldogs have walked this one off. Finn Ryan with an RBI base knock, and the Whitefish Bulldogs win this one by a final score of 4-3. The Whitefish Bulldogs now improved to 8-3 in conference play, and they keep their hopes for a #1 seed alive. Finn Ryan, an RBI walk-off base knock as the Whitefish Bulldogs win it 4-3. Back from the break here on 102.7 FM, 1240 AM Outlaw Country, winding things down here on this Tuesday evening as once again Finn Ryan with the walk-off single as the Whitefish Bulldogs defeat the Eureka Lions 4-3 in 7 innings. We had everything in this game. Timely hitting, great pitching. I mean, a couple of errors here and there, but overall just a really, really quality baseball game. The Whitefish Bulldogs would take a 1-0 lead in the first inning of action. Finn Ryan reached on an error that would score Drew Queen as Whitefish led 1-0 to start this ball game. Eureka would battle back with 2 in the third, back-to-back RBI base knocks from Tice Van Orden and Rogan Lytle as Eureka took a 2-1 lead. After 3 innings of play, Eureka would add one more in the fifth, an RBI base knock off Rogan Lytle to score Tice Van Orden. Eureka would not score again as Whitefish would get 2 back in the fifth to tie it up at 3-all. And then we went into the 7th inning, a tie ball game at 3-all as Tate Orm would go 6 innings pitched, got the 8 strikeouts, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. Carter Gotze comes in on relief. 3 straight strikeouts for Carter Gotze in relief after walking the first batter he saw and then reared down and threw 3 straight Exceed chiropractic strikeouts. So the Dogs finished with 11 Exceed chiropractic strikeouts total in this ball game. Gotze would lead off the bottom of the 7th with a double. Tate Orm would then single to move Gotze over to third, and that brought up Finn Ryan. He had a 0-2 count on him, did Ryan, and then the line drive back up the middle, past the shortstop into center field, and Finn Ryan with his second walk-off base hit of the season. That's a big one for the Dogs. It doesn't quite guarantee themselves a spot in the state tournament play-in, but it pretty much all assures that they are going to get there as the Whitefish Bulldogs. With that win, they knock down Eureka in the standings. Eureka will now fall behind Polson as they're now 7-5 in league play. Polson jumps Eureka 7-4 in league play. Whitefish improves to 8-3 in conference play. They sit behind Columbia Falls, who's 9-3 in league play, and Big Fork, who leads the way at 8-2 in the conference. However, if Whitefish and Columbia Falls both win out, Whitefish owns the tiebreaker over Columbia Falls, and Whitefish would jump them for that #2 seed, and they would host a state tournament play-in. Whitefish has 3 more conference games to go. They have the SAPA Johnsrud this weekend, hosting games on Friday and Saturday. The Whitefish Bulldogs play Hamilton and Frenchtown this weekend. Whitefish will play at 5 o'clock on Friday, and then Saturday at 3 o'clock. Both those games broadcast live right here on Outlaw Country. So after the big conference win, Whitefish will go into some non-conference fun tournament-style action of baseball, and then next week it's a doubleheader against Browning on Monday, and then they close out the regular season senior night on Wednesday against Polson. That game against Polson will be a big one. So once again, the Whitefish Bulldogs win this one 4-3 on that Hill Brothers scoreboard as Finn Ryan walks it off with that game-winning RBI single. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, as always, for helping make this broadcast possible. Every post-game brought to you by Scenic Zip Trip and Piggyback Barbecue. Our scoreboard sponsor, Hill Brothers. Player of the game sponsor, Ortho Rehab. That's going to be a hard one to pick. Timeout sponsor, American Bank. National Anthem sponsor, Cowgirl Coffee. Starting lineup sponsor, State Farm, Joe Akey. Highlight sponsor, XC Chiropractic. Every change of inning brought to you by Jersey Boys Pizza. Broadcasting live from the Stumptown Ice Den Press Box. And the rest of our fantastic sponsors, Highline Dermatology, Three Rivers Bank, M&C Tire, Whitefish Eye Center, Stumptown Snowboards, Glacier Medical Associates, Universal Athletics, National Parks Realty, Whitefish Lake Restaurant, Huck's Place, Nelson's Hardware, Schillinger Construction, Dalen Dental, Bulldog Saloon Whitefish, Northern Lights Dentistry, and Zatuni Hansen Interiors. Once again, Whitefish downs Eureka 4-3 on the Finn Ryan walk-off base knock, improving to 8-3 in a conference play. For Evan and B Broadcasting Radio Network, for my fiance Brittany Brown, taking some photos and videos, I'm Cole Havens. I hope you have a great rest of your night. As always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back in action for more Whitefish Baseball this weekend when Whitefish and Columbia Falls co-host the Memorial SEPA Johns Root Tournament. Until then, have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you later.